So today we are going to start about update triggers. In the last session we have seen about insert triggers. Now we'll see about update triggers. Any queries that you have on insert triggers from your end? Any queries you have about the insert triggers from your end? The videos, there is some issue with the Amazon. The videos, like they are unable to play the videos from the Amazon. From last 3 classes, the videos are not uploaded. Or will take 1 or 2 days more to fix the issue. Last 3-4 classes, videos are not uploaded. There's some issue with the server side, so the videos are not getting played on your site. Okay, so probably it will be resolved in 1 or 2 days. That last 3-4 classes, probably from triggers, is not uploaded, right? Last 2 classes, I think they are not uploaded. I guess today video also, today and tomorrow. It takes some time for to upload. Okay. Even if you find the video, there's some the complete videos are not getting played there. So the last 3 sessions there will be issue. I'll try to fix it as early as possible. So come back. We'll go with the update triggers. This is very, very, very important. The update trigger logic. The logic which we are going to use in update trigger is very, very important. You get frequently usage. So try to look at this structure. Listen carefully, boss. Now, when do you say update? When the records which are in database are modified, then we call it as update. Am I right? The records in the table which are already saved, if you are trying to modify those records, then we call it as update. Then how many types of update triggers are there? Before update, after update. Now look at the point. I already have some data in the table. Look at this data. This is the data what I have. This is the data what I have. Now in this data, we are trying to modify a data. What we are trying to do, we are trying to modify a group of records. What are the records which we are trying to modify? Let us say these 2 records I was trying to modify. Now, these are the values which we have in the table before the data is modified. These are the data, these are the records, what we have in the table before the data is modified. So what we call this as record dot old version of values. Before modification, these are the values what we have. Now, this is already existing data, right? If it is already existing data, will we have ID of the record? Right. Then we have record dot old. This data we are trying to modify. What we are trying to modify? Look at this. I try to modify. These are modified. These values are modified as this. Are they saved to database? No, we just modified. Now the records which we modified, the new version of values are in trigger.new. Now the actual records, are in trigger.old. Those records I modified. The modified values are in trigger.new. Then I told save. When I told save. The moment you told save, what is happening here? The moment you say save, records are saved. Then before update triggers are fired. Before update triggers are fired. After firing the before update triggers, data will be saved to database. What is the data we are going to save? The data. Save. After the data is saved successfully to the database, then we are going to fire after update triggers. I hope you are good with this. This is the actual data. In this, the records which we want to modify, those records are in trigger.old. Now, the records which we want to modify, those records after modifying, the new values are in trigger.new. I modified the old values to new values, clicked on save, data is saved to database. Clicked on save, data is saved to database. Data is saved to database. I hope you are good with this. People have followed. So before update trigger, after update trigger. So what are the variables we have? Trigger.old, trigger.old map. Trigger.new, trigger.new map. Old map, new map. Old map, new map. In the old map, old version of value. Before modifying, what is the value we have? New, the modified version value. Old map, old value in the form of map. New value in the form of map. So what are the variables we have? Old map, new map. I hope you are good. Everyone is good with this? Clear, boss? Okay. Now try to understand the logic here. When you say record is modified, only when the phone number is modified, is it record updated? No. You might have modified the name. You might have modified the city. You might have modified the phone number. Any one of the value in the record, if you modify, it is called as record update. That update can be on name. That update can be on phone. That update can be on city. That update can be on X, Y, or Z. We are not interested on what you are modifying. If you modify any one of the record, then we call it as record update. Right? Okay. Now the question here is, I want to run the logic only when a particular field is modified. So look at this carefully. Boss, this is very important logic. You will be using this logic frequently. Try to understand the logic. Try to understand the logic more than the concept. Try to understand the logic. Something I called as it. Now I have Wipro. This word with this. This is the data. This data I was trying to modify. This data I was trying to modify. Using a data loader, I modified these records. when you modified, I'll try to just give some records here. This is the modification. Look at this. Is it called record update? You modify any one of the field. You modify any one of the field. If the rating is modified, record is updated. Second record, phone number is modified, record update. Third record, rating is modified, record update. Fourth record, phone number is modified, record update. In the record, any one of the field if you modify, in the record, any one of the field if you modify, in the record, any one of the field if you modify, right? Any one of the record we modify, then we call it as record update. Then we call it as record update. Now, my requirement is, boss, I want to run my logic only when phone number is modified. Whenever the record is modified, if the phone number is changed, then only run the logic. Whenever the record is modified, only when the phone number is modified, then only perform the logic. So, let us take some basic properties. We have trigger.old. Trigger.old. In the old map, what we have? Key. So we need to give ID of the record also, right? Let us assume whenever the data is modified, will the ID modifies? Once the record is created, ID will be assigned to it. Once the ID is assigned, the ID will never be modified. It's a fixed ID. Whenever the record is created, it will create the ID of the record. ID will never change. It's a fixed ID. The values in the record may change, but IDs will never change. Am I right? When the ID will be created, whenever a new record is created, ID will be created. How many character ID? 18 character ID. Because of the space, I gave only 3 characters. Right? So, in the old map, what is the key? Old map, what is the key? ID of the record is the key. What is the value? Record is the value. Pro. We have capital. For this, ID of the record is the key, record is the value. It is an old map. In the old map, key value pair. In the old map, key value pair. This is the key, that is the value. Key value pair. Key value pair. Record ID is the key, this is the value. Now, when you take a trigger.new map, when you say trigger.new map, what is there in the trigger.new map? Key. There is a key value. This is a key value. Old map, trigger dot old map, trigger dot new map. Am I clear? This was a basic logic, right? So when the following records are modified to this, in the trigger dot old map, record ID is the key, record is the value. But if you look at the old map or new map, what is common? Keys are common. Same record, right? Same record, old value, same record, new value. If you know the ID of the record, if I know ID of the record, I can get the old value. I can also get a new value. In trigger dot old map, if I give ID, I will get old record. In trigger dot new map, if I give ID, I will get a new record. Are you getting my point here? Trigger dot old map will give you old value. Trigger dot new map will give you new value. I hope you are good with this example. Trigger dot old map will give you old value. Trigger dot new map will give you new value. Now this is what we got. Now the point is, I want to check whether phone number is modified or not. Till here, anybody has any query? Old map, old version of record. New map, new version of record. In both the cases, keys are same. How do you get the keys? Set of ID keys equal to. How can you get it? Old map dot. Let me say old map dot key set or new map dot key set. Same keys will come. Am I right or not? Let me say old map dot key set or new map dot key set. Same keys will come. Right. Now, let me take one by one record. For here I was giving map of ID comma account. Old map and new map. Now take one by one record for ID. ID ACC. Now from the keys, what is ACC ID? What is that ACC ID? Let me take this. First, this is the ACC ID. First ACC ID is 001. First ACC ID is 001. Then what I am doing here. Account old equal to old map dot get off. In the old map, if I give account ID, what is the value we are getting? Wipro. In the old map, old record will come. Then I am giving new map dot get off. The same ID, if I give in a new map, what I am going to get? New record. What is the new record? Wipro. Now I told, if old dot phone number not equal to ACC dot, what does it mean? The phone number in the old value, phone number in the new value, both of them are not same. Then what does it mean? Phone number is modified. I took a old number, I took a new number, verified, both of them are not same. Then what does it mean? Phone number is modified. Are you getting? I was checking whether a particular field is modified or not. I will do from the beginning again. Get it clarified if you have any queries. Set of ID. Account ID is equal to new map dot key set. You say old map dot key set or new map dot key set. It keeps same. What is the ID we are going to get? 001, 002. This is what we got. Then I told for Then I told map of ID comma account old map equal to regular dot. Now what is there in the old map? Old version of records. Then I give map of ID comma account old map and new map. Then what we are doing for ID key account IDs. This is what we take. ID key account IDs. So what is the key now? This is the first record is the key 001. 001 is the key. Then I was giving account old equal to old map dot if I give this, what we are getting? Wipro one. I told ACC equal to new map dot get key. What is key? 001. If I give 001, what is the value we are getting from new map? Bro, this is hot and this is cold. Then what did I do? If the old dot phone number. What is old dot phone number? 1111. Not equal to ACC dot phone number. What is ACC dot phone number? 1111. Is the phone number is modified? Not modified. Old is 1111. New is also 1111. Then what happened? Logic will not execute. Then go to the key. Key is going to the next one. What is key? 002. When I say 002, what is the record we got here? TCS. Right. New one, TCS. Now check. Old phone number is 2222. New phone number is 9999. What happened? Phone number is modified. If phone number is modified, what happened? Logic will execute. Right, boss? Then again, move to the next one. (003). Capital 3333, capital 3333, not modified. Go to the next one. Del 4444, del 8888. Then it is what? Modified. I hope you are good. We are verifying whether a particular field is modified or not. We are verifying whether a particular field is modified or not. Is the was clear? Okay. Now write a logic to check whether stage name is modified or not. In opportunities, write a logic to verify whether the stage name in the opportunity is modified or not. Write a logic to verify whether the stage name is modified or not. Make an attempt of writing, boss. Make an attempt of writing. So how did you do it? Now how did you do this? Set of ID, opti ID equal to, then first let us get the old values and new values. Map of ID, opportunity, old map equal to dot old map. Map of ID, opportunity, new map equal to, then set of ID, opti ID is equal to old map dot key set. Is that was clear for everyone till here? We are getting the old map, new map, old map, new map. Old map, new map. Then what we are going to get? So for ID, key, opti IDs. Then we are going to take opportunity, new map dot get off. If old dot stage name not equal to new op dot I hope you're good. Right. People have got this story. Let us take the next one. I hope you're good with this. Now let us take triggers. Now look at my requirement. My requirement is whenever opportunity stage name is modified, whenever opportunity is modified, opportunity stage name is modified to close the one. Whenever opportunity stage name is modified to close the one, share the record with record owners manager. whenever the opportunity is whenever opportunity is modified, whenever opportunity is stage name is modified, then change. Okay, share the record with. Okay, share the record with corresponding owner's manager. Whenever the opportunity stage name is modified as closed one, share the record with opportunities owner's manager. I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good, right? Okay. Let us take this example. First, before I do this, I have to make one quick access here. What was that? We have to define the owner of the Satish, because we told record owner is Satish. It should be shared with Satish manager. Who is the manager? Let's go back. I told you it is not a good practice to write code within the trigger, so you are supposed to go with. Now tell me, should I go with before or after? I told you, whichever the record on which I am working, if that record ID need to be used, we have to go for after. The record which we are modifying, if that record ID need to be used in creating the logic, then we prefer to go with after. Whichever the record we are trying to create, whichever the record we are trying to modify, if that record ID need to be used in the logic, we go for after. Okay. Now let us go back to this. So here public static. Right. Then what we require? Operator. So if you got old map and new map, we know how to write the logic. Once you get the old map and new map, we know how to get the logic. Are you getting my point? We already know old map and new map, then we know how to get the old values, how to get the new values, how to share it. So look at the point here. If I want to share, I have to go with the opportunity. Stop. Then I have set of ID. Then how do you take one by one value? Right. Here we have a big question mark here. How do you find out the ID? First, I'll write the wrong format, which is not a good practice. Then we'll try to simplify it with the good practice of writing. To make the logic understandable, first I go with a regular programming. Then I will customize it and make it a good practice. Okay. Look at the format for ID key updates. Then what we are supposed to do? Opportunity old equal to old map dot get off opportunity new opt equal to new map dot get off old map dot get off key new map dot get off key. Old value, new value we got. Then I told if old dot stage name not equal to Old value is not closed one. New opt. Stage name equal to closed one. Old value is not closed one. New value is closed one. Old value is not closed one. New value is closed one. Then I want to share. Operation share. OS dot which ID? Opportunity. Opportunity equal to. Then with whom you want to share? Opportunity owner. How do you get opportunity owner? User u equal to select ID comma where ID equal to okay. New opt dot get the manager of the opportunity owner. New opt is a opportunity dot owner ID. We got the opportunity owner ID. Based on the opportunity owner ID, I wrote a SQL query and I told give me the manager. Are you getting? Once you know the ID of the user, we are getting the corresponding manager. So what we are doing? OS dot owner ID user or we are giving. Then OS dot opportunity access level ROCAS then I'm giving share dot add. So look at the code what I have given. Look at the code what I have given. So try to understand the code. What is the primary point here? No such column called manager. Go to the user. Now, look at the point. I took a old data, new data. Get all the keys out. Get all the IDs of opportunities which are modified. Then what we are doing? Take the old value. Take the new value from the map. Take the old value, take the new value. Then check whether old stage name not closed one. New stage name is closed one. Old value is not closed one. New value is closed one. Then I told opportunity equal to ID of the record. Then manager, I wrote a SQL query. Find out the ID of the manager, then share with the manager. But what is the wrong practice here? The code is done. It will work 100%. But the problem is, I told you a number of times, it is not a good practice to write a SQL query within the for loop. Now, if you are working with one record or two record, there is no issue. But always when you write a program, we would assume that you are inserting a group of records, maybe 1,000 or 20,000 like this. In that case, How many times the loop will run? Loop will run, let us say 100 records, loop will run 100 times. Let us say I am inserting 200 records, loop will run 200 times. If the loop is running 200 times, how many times the SOQL query is running? 200 times. How many SOQL queries I can write? I can write only 100 SOQL queries. So there is a possibility of error. When you are practicing, you practice with one record, it will give success, no problem. But when you get into the real time, there is a possibility that you upload the data using data loader. There is a possibility that you may upload the data from third-party system. In that case, when you are getting a group of record, this code will give me an error. If you practice with 1 or 2 records, it's 100% right, it will work. But it is not a good practice to write SOQL query within the loop. Then how will you solve it? Only to avoid this line, we are writing some extra code. Only to avoid the SOQL query within the for loop, we are writing extra code. So look at this extra code. What is the extra code we are writing? ID. Then we have list of opti list equal to new map dot. It will give you what? Values. Take one by one. Opportunity, OP. Then add owner ID seek dot add OP dot. Did you get this logic here? What did I do? I took all the opportunities, fetch all the opportunities, from the new map and put their owner IDs in the, because the same person may be owner for more than one record, right? The same person may be owner for more than one record. So I took a set. After taking the set, then I have to write a list of users. SOQL query where ID in what was it? Get me all the users. Get me the details of the user and its manager ID from the user object where ID is in whoever is the owner, the opportunity records, get all the owners of the opportunity record. For those owners, get me the corresponding managers. Did you get my point? What is the query here? Get the owner IDs. When you know the owners, get their manager data. When you know the owner, get the manager data. Then put them in a map, ID, ID, user map. These are all because of what? One statement. As it is not a good practice to write SOQL query within a loop, we are writing all this extra logic. Otherwise, we don't need this. For user new, then what I'm doing? User map dot put user ID, user dot. So finally, what I have created? I created a map. In the map, if you give user ID, it will give you corresponding manager ID. If you give user ID, it will give you corresponding manager ID. Create a map with user ID corresponding. Now here what you are supposed to do now? User map dot user map dot get off If we give owner ID is nothing but user ID. If we give user ID, we are getting the corresponding manager. I told you in the map, user ID is the key, manager ID is the value. So if I give owner ID, I am going to get the corresponding manager ID. Then I am going to give this is the story. This extra logic, all these things came because we want to follow a good practices. If you don't want to follow a good practice within the loop, you write, it is a simplified program. The previous program is very simplified. It has become complex because you want to apply some good practices of programming. I hope you are good. Why the previous program was a bug? Because when you try to insert more than 100 records, when you try to modify more than 100 records, there is a possibility of encountering a problem. There is a reason to solve that. I have taken this logic. What is this logic I have taken? What is the logic I have taken? First, whichever the opportunities you are modifying, get those opportunity owners. Take one by one opportunity, put their owners in a separate list. Who is the owner? User ID. Owner will be a user. User ID is the owner ID. Put those user IDs in a list. Get me the data. Write a SQL to get user with corresponding opportunity. Then I wrote a SQL query to fetch user ID along with the corresponding owner ID. Then I created a map and I kept user ID is the key, manager ID is the value. So if you give me user ID, I will give you the corresponding manager ID. Then remaining program is our program. What is our program? Take one by one opportunity, then check old value, get the new value, get the old value, get the new value, check whether stage name is modified or not. If it is modified, ID of the opportunity. Then get the manager of the, then share with the manager. Then what we are supposed to do? Create, insert. This is the logic. Then how we are supposed to implement this? Go to the trigger, new Apex trigger. Then I'm going with opportunity. Then this is after update. I told whenever the stage name is modified after update. Then what is the class we had? What are the values we are supposed to pass? Regular dot. If we pass old map value and a new map value, the logic will run. If we pass old map value, new map value, may log in like a student. See which record he was able to see. Now, let us see what are the records, what I was able to see. What was that? All opportunities, we have only admin record. He is not able to see any record. Then go back. Satish. CSC. What is the stage name? Prospecting. The old name is prospecting. I modified to closed one. I modified the stage name as closed one. Go back to this user. It should be shared with the user. Whenever the stage name is modified, share the record with the record owner's manager. I hope you got my point. Is that all clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Right, boss? Is that all clear? Okay. You want to copy or see? Right, okay. So look at the code. If you got any queries, let me know. First of all, line number 4 to line number 9. Line number 4 to line number 9. Check out the code, line number 4 to line number 9. If you have any queries on this, let me know. Line number 4 to line number 9. If you have any queries, let me know. Line number 4 to line number 9. Any queries are there? What did he do in this case? I have created a set of IDs. I took one by one opportunity from the new map. New map dot values. In the map, key set will give you keys, which are nothing but ID of the record. In the map, if I give values, it is going to give you a list of values in the map. What is the value in the map? Opportunity. Key is the ID. Value is the opportunity. So what we received? List of opportunity. Then what I done? Took a for loop. Took one by one opportunity. Then I told if opportunity owner ID is, took the opportunity owner ID, kept them in a set. Took the opportunity owner ID, kept them in a set. Right. So what we have? These are the IDs of the users who are the owners of opportunities. Then what did I do? I wrote a SQL query to fetch corresponding managers of the user. Whoever is available on these owner IDs, get me managers of that owner. Then I got the owner and corresponding managers. Then I took a map where user ID is the key, user's manager is the value. So if you tell me the user, I get the corresponding manager. Is that was clear? Look at the code. From 4 to 17, any queries are there? Let me know. From 4 to 17, any queries are there? Let me know.
Satish, here we don't need to take old map values.
No. I want to assign the record to the owner's manager. In the new, whoever is the owner, I will be taking. I will not take old owner and new owner. I will take only anyone. That is the reason I prefer to the new record. Whoever is the new owner of the record is there, to his manager we are sharing. This logic is only for what? Finding out the owner and their manager. Now whose owner you are going to take? Old one or new one? New owner I have to consider, so I have taken new map. If you want to go with the old, instead of new map, take old map. Is that was clear for everyone? Everyone has got this logic? Right, boss? Okay. Then line number 22, look at the next logic. Line number 22, the last. What did I do? I took one by one ID of the record. Then I got the old value. I took the new value. Then I verified whether old opportunity stage is not equal to closed one. New opportunity stage equal to closed one. Yes. Then I asked you to create opportunity share. When you want to create an opportunity share, what we do? Which record are you sharing? With whom you are sharing? How are you sharing? Reason for sharing. Opportunity share. Okay. Opportunity ID, user or group ID, opportunity access level, row cost, add them to the list and perform. Why did I add them to list? It is not a good practice to make a DML within the loop. That is the reason I took one by one record, kept in a list, added. Right. So tell me some of the good practices you have followed. Avoiding the loops. Okay, sock pulls in the loops, DMLs in the loops. Sock pulls in the loops, DMLs in the loops. I hope you are good. Clear for everyone? Okay. Let us try one more example. Not the same. We'll try to make a different example here. I hope you got the structure. Right. So what is this? When a particular field is modified. When a particular field is modified. Now, I have a requirement like this. Whenever order of a opportunity is modified, whenever owner of a opportunity is modified, whenever owner of the opportunity is modified, then create old owner as opportunity team member. Whenever the owner of the opportunity is modified, if the owner is modified, opportunity owner is modified, whoever is the old owner is there, treat him as opportunity team member. New owner, if opportunity owner is modified, whoever is the old owner, create him as opportunity team member. Treat him as opportunity team member. Now write the class for it. Whenever opportunity owner ID is modified, when the logic should run, when the logic should run, only when the opportunity owner ID is modified. Whenever the opportunity owner ID is modified, create the old owner as opportunity team member. Whenever the opportunity owner is modified, which field is modified? Owner. How do you check? Owner ID. Whenever why I am taking owner ID? Whenever the lookup field is a standard lookup field, whenever the relation between two objects is a standard relation, then we are supposed to add ID after the field name. If two objects are connected by standard lookup field, then what we are supposed to do? Field name followed by ID. Owner is what? Standard lookup to user. That is the reason we are using ID. Now go ahead, Amma. Do this example. Right. Then how you are going to take? Old map. Then take the old value and new value. Opportunity old equal to opportunity new of equal to opportunity old equal to old map dot get off key. Opportunity new opt equal to new map dot get off key. Then they give if old dot owner ID not equal to new opt dot. Then owner ID is modified. If old owner ID and a new owner ID is not same, owner ID is modified. Opportunity opportunity member. OTM dot opportunity owner ID equal to with whom you want to share? With whom you want to share? Old owner. And the opportunity whom you want to create as a team member? Old owner. Opportunity access level. Opportunity access level. Then I have team member role. Team member. Team member. Then I told. Is it a good practice to insert the record here? It is not a good practice to write a DML within a loop. What we are supposed to do? Stop. We had right. Now we are getting an error here, right? Why that error is coming? Because we are not enabled opportunity teams. How do you enable it? Setup, build, opportunities, opportunity. Like how I enable account teams, like that opportunity teams also I have to enable it. Right. To convey this message for you, look at the point. First, let me make some changes for you to show the output. Still, I have not implemented the trigger. Now, right now, who is the owner of the record? I made as student. Who is the owner of the record? Who is the owner of the record? Student. If you go to student, you'll be able to see 3 records because he is the owner of the record. Who is the owner? Now for the student, do you have any account team members? Look at this. Right now there is no opportunity team member because he is the owner of the record. Okay. Now who is the owner of the record? Student is the owner of the record. If I modify the owner from student to Satish, then student will become what? Opportunity team member. When this code will run? Now here, go back to the opportunity. Here I am going to give. Invoke. Okay. Now go back to the trigger. Here I'm giving after insert. After insert. After insert. After. Already we have a trigger here. Okay. We already have a after update trigger. Let me add the logic here only. There's a after update trigger. In the after update trigger, what we are doing? Whenever the opportunity is modified, basically I can put all the logic in a single class, single method only to convey it. We are taken to. Now this will run when stage name is modified. This will run when owner ID is modified. This will run when stage name is modified. This will run when owner ID is modified. Go to this. Right now, do you have any opportunity team member? Go to this. Change the owner from student to. Now I change the owner from student to Satish. Then I told whoever is the old owner, create him as opportunity team member. I hope you are good. So these all are what? Internal objects. When you look at the documentation, you want to find these objects. Right? These account team members, opportunity shape, opportunity. Okay, this you don't find it on the UI part. We need to understand the relations in the CRM, then know what are the objects are there. I hope you got my point. So we have seen dynamically how to share a record when a particular field is modified, how to create a team members when a particular field is modified. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Let us continue this class in the next session. Right. That's all from my end.